Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a great afternoon. It is pouring down rain at my house, and I'm not in the bus. I'm at home, and I think this will be my first official live from my studio. So when you jump on, say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. If you watch the replay, please do hashtag replay so I'll know you came and watched. And if you have any comments or questions, let me know in the comments. My hair's a hot mess. Had an eye doctor's appointment today, and my eyes are getting better, which is good. Still have at least a month to go before we can really talk seriously about contacts and the health of my eyes. So anyway, I am not going to be on here long. Oops, I forgot to hit do not disturb. I'm not going to be on here long because I don't know how long I'll keep reception out here, and for some reason I couldn't go live on my computer. So I'm on my phone, so if I see your comments, I'll try to acknowledge them. So far I don't see any comments, but I will go back and read afterwards. So first I'm just going to show you a few little goodies that I've gotten to craft on. Hey Micheline, I'm so glad you're here. Hope you're having a beautiful day out west. So I got from Totally Dazzled some fabulous bling that look at this. I cannot wait to use in crafting. And then yesterday I got another big bunch of Totally Dazzled. Got some napkin rings that I'm going to actually cut the napkin part off and use in crafting. So if you are not following Totally Dazzled, you need to. Their prices are amazing, and you will love, if you craft and you like bling, you will love crafting with it because it's also cool. Also recently I got to use in decoupaging this little tiny iron. Y'all look, that's so cute. But one of the decoupaging techniques that I'm sure most anybody on here will know, you use an iron. So this will be much easier to use on surfaces than a big iron. I got this on Amazon, and it's called a mini iron. I know everything's backwards to you. And let's see what else I got. I got some really pretty sunflower napkins that I'm going to use for fall crafting. And I got some Louis Vuitton leather pieces that I will use in crafting. And then let me show you some of the other little items I brought over here just to show you that I've picked up along the way. I got this really cool, it's upside down, thing that's metal on the front, it's wood on the back, and you can tell it's got a lot of detail in it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. Maybe put it in my bathroom to hang towels on, but it's missing one. So I didn't remember it missing one. I don't know if it's around here or not. Then I got, I may not even do anything with this, but I just think it's cool. Hey Linda Schluter, miss you girl. It says Older and Wiser Speed Shop, and it's just a metal tin. I don't know. I could paint over it. I could decoupage on it. I could do a lot of things with it. Got this cool watering container, watering pot. Probably black and white check yet. Got this. With Christmas coming up and everybody doing Christmas in July, thank you, Linda. I need to do something with this pretty quickly. And then I just have some other things lots of other things I could show you. I'm not going to take the time to show you. I will flip the camera and I'll pick it up and show you. It's a mess in here, but I know I got to check that can. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can. This is my studio. I did have a bunch of tables over there. I took them out because that's all my decorating for different seasons. And I'm in the process of pulling a Debbie rig and getting clear containers to put stuff in. But you can see I just have these from Hobby Lobby that I marked. So I pretty well know where everything is, but something else, like had them in clear containers. So got some cool hat boxes there I'm going to do something with. A fleur-de-lis, a rabbit for Easter. Lots and lots of wood and glass and plates. There's my frogs I haven't done yet. Hey Debbie Prater Norman, good to see you, sister. Tiered tray. I love this thing back here. And these are some more of my paintings that I had. That one. This one. I did. This one. These are poured paints on old records that I make clocks out of. I did the hearts. Did the irises. My husband made me this cool holder for my paints. I did the bird back there that's fallen off the wall. There's one of my angel paintings. There's another angel painting over there. An Indian I did. Most of these are watercolor or mixed media. That's in Ghost Ranch. This is falling down. This was my Christmas card one year, and I put a Santa hat on the elephants that could be taken off. So I could just use it as a regular painting. These are a pair of painter's pants that my favorite artist in Africa wore, and I told him I had to have them. I know, Micheline, I don't know where I'm going to find time to do it all, but you know, we do what we can when we can. I did the burn technique on this, but I haven't finished it yet. I've just got so much stuff. So anyway, turn it back around. The other day when I was working in the bus while we were, oh, let me show you this, crafting and cruising. So a lot of times I travel with my husband for work, and we're in a car or a truck. And so he, because I want to craft while we're cruising down the road and not just sit there, I have to be busy with my hands. He made me the coolest thing to put in the rental car we had one time, and I take it with me now everywhere I go, and I just love it. So this is made out of a Home Depot cardboard box. You can see that he curved it here to fit around my lap, so it sits between me and the dashboard very nicely. I have a bottle I put here with a closable top for my water. Have places right here for my paints. Have some places right here for brushes, and all kinds of holes over here for brushes. So I literally have driven down the road before. My paper towels, my paints, my brushes, I have checked. I have done black and white checks in cars many times. So I'm not using it in the bus unless I maybe will use it when I'm sitting up front. It is cool, Micheline. So anyway, some of you had asked me about that. So there it is. Okay. So in October, I'm going to Oklahoma City for the Sparkle event. Hope you guys are coming. It's going to be a blast. And the last night we're there, are having a costume party. And everybody's supposed to dress up. Well, I'm not telling anybody what I'm dressing up as. But I did tell you the other day that I made part of my costume, the jewelry part, and I got to order part of it. And then this is part of it. So this was just a black handbag. I got it Goodwill. Looked just like that on the outside. This was silver with the bling in it. Let's see the bling. So, we're on here before when I was traveling and I did this. I did not have my good brushes with me. So, I used a yucky brush and did these black and white checks. Thus, they're not perfect by any means. Then, I decoupaged part of a Mackenzie Childs napkin here. I've already marked off on the other side for my black and white checks, which is what I'm going to work on today. This was the other part of that napkin that I took off and decoupaged on here. Then today I used the Plaid, what is it called? Liquid Leaf. Let me tell y'all something about this stuff. I travel and I keep this in a plastic bag. Do you see all this yuck? That red is part of the gold and it separates and it leaks no matter how hard I have this top on or how well I wrap it, it leaks. It's a mess. So I only have about this much left and it started out full and I haven't used it that much. So I'm gonna have to figure out in the rig and when I'm traveling some way else to do this so it won't spill. But anyway, that's what I did on here, all around the edge. I changed this edging from silver to gold. I have not decided yet what I'm gonna do on this inside part. I really want to do black and white checks. That's not gonna be easy, but you know what our teacher says, you just gotta try. Go for it, girls, go for it. So I don't know, I may just paint that black. I may black and white check. Somebody give me some ideas what you think I should do. So tonight I'm going to work on the black and white on this side. Now of course the white's already there, so all I'm going to do is the black. I've already marked with little lines every other check. It gets a little wonky around the thing. The other one I didn't decoupage on first, but I had traced around the edges so I would know where I was going to lay it. So now I'm going to do this. I'm not going to keep you all on here the whole time because most people watching this have seen black and white checks done. It's not hard. Our teacher Debbie Rue from Studio MDAZ, if you're not following her, you want to. Not only is she a beautiful person inside and out and a great crafter, y'all, she's funny as all get out and you will love her. So these are Zen brushes. You can get them sometimes at Michael's, you can get them at Dick Blick. It's the best brush for checking because, as Debbie said, you need a brush that is short, fat, flat, which this one's flat, and firm, so that when you push it, it's not going to bend significantly. That's usually a level 2. I'm not sure this is a level 2, and to be honest with you, I can't even read it. This one might not be quite as good, but it's the only one I have out here right now, so I'm going to use it. You want your brush to be half as wide or less as your checks so that you can really get in there good. And you want each one of your checks to be touching. So you'll notice that on this side I had what do we call it, drags first that Debbie does. I did not have the antique gold with me. I used another gold and I didn't like it. Let's see if I have an antique gold out here I can use, because I said I wasn't going to do the other side. Yeah, this is it. Deco Art Americana Antique Gold. So I'll show you what Debbie does. She takes at least 2 colors, sometimes 3 colors, to do most anything. except the black checks. Normally the black checks, she just, hey, Nikki McKinney, she's just uses lamp black. When I first started using the Zen brushes, I took all the labels off. Don't do that, as it's hard to read the size when the tags are off. Yeah, Rodney asked me one time, why are you leaving those tags on there? And I said, because Debbie does. I didn't know why, I just did it. Okay, so this is the gold. Now, she does not use her Zen brush for her drag. She just uses a, not sure what it is, shader brush maybe? I don't know. You don't need very much paint. I'm actually going to pour more black out there because I'll be using the black for the checks. And sometimes she uses white. She may use chalk white. This is just Folk Art titanium white. So you can see I have a lot of black on there because of the checks. But let me find a good brush to do. Most of my good brushes are in the house. So let me see if I can find something. I want Debbie to go, Lisa, why were you using that kind of brush? I don't know. I just was. You know what? I'm just going to actually use a smaller. Let me just use this brush right here. Okay. Let me use this brush right here. It's a cheap brush. Hey, Susie Craig. Thanks for coming on. So I'm going to get my brush wet. Hey, Fran Ward. Thanks for coming. Okay, so I'm going to dip one side of it down in the yellow. Turn my thing this way. Like this. Okay? I'm going to flip it and barely tap in the black. And then I'm going to do it on my plate to see what I have. This brush is terrible, y'all. I may not be able to use it. It'll be good enough. What you don't want is you don't want a stark line for your drags. Can y'all see that? So let me just go through, and she does it random. She does not she doesn't follow a pattern or anything. She will just take her brush and just start going down one of the lines. Get some more yellow. Okay. Now you don't go both directions. You just go one direction. So, of course, I'm going vertically. And all that does really is just when you have your black and white checks done, it just makes it look a little more polished, gives it a little more dimension. So you can see I didn't do many. Let me do a couple, one right there and one over here. Sometimes she uses navy blue. No, I'm not teaching. Are you kidding, Fran? No, I'm not teaching for Debbie. I have started my own page called Crafting and Cruising. But when I did my introduction, which you can go back and watch from the other day, I said I'm not going to be one of these that's on a regular schedule, or at least not now, because we don't always know when we're going to travel. I don't always know when I'm going to be doing something else, traveling with Rodney, doing something else. So I'm just going to do it when I feel like doing it. So now I'm going to start on my black and white checks. I'm going to get my brush really covered well in black paint. I'm trying to figure out how I can get where y'all can y'all see? Somebody tell me if you can see well. Can you see what I'm doing? Okay, I'm going to start. I don't think I brought my glasses. Do I have reading glasses out here? Let me see if I have some readers. I just went to the eye doctor today, y'all. My eyes are so dry. I don't have any. It's unbelievable. Hey, Mary. Thanks for coming on. And so I've been on good friend. I've been on 2 different eye drops. One twice a day and one 4 times a day. And he said they're a lot better now, but y'all can't, You can believe how dry my eyes are. Okay, so this one up here is marked. So you offload first the extra. Then you put your brush in a corner, one of the corners of your square, and you pull straight down. I usually turn it, put it in another corner, and pull straight across. I cannot see anything of what I'm doing because my eyes are, I have no glasses out here. Okay, I go to another corner, pull straight down, and then I go to this corner and join them up. And you can see it's not perfect, and as Debbie says, that's okay. You can go back. I can always go back and add white where it's too much. Have your GP check you for, oh, okay, I've never heard of that. I'll do that. I have been legally blind in my left eye since 3rd grade, but my right eye is almost perfect. So I have what they call monovision, which makes it extremely difficult to get glasses because it's like one eye is perfect and the other one is the bits. Okay, so now I'm going to go to this one. I'm going to offload in the middle, come to this corner. I can see I'm going to have to straighten that other one up there. Come over here and come straight down. Turn it. Come to this corner. Come straight across. This is not totally a flat surface with this material, so but it'll be good enough. I'm not going to sell this. This is just going to be for my costume in Oklahoma City. I have it, dry mouth and dry eyes. I don't really have a problem with dry mouth, but a eye doctor told me a long time ago I needed to have my tear ducts opened up, but at that time, and that's many years ago, at that time insurance wouldn't cover it, and so I didn't do it. This eye doctor doesn't seem to think that that's necessary, but when I was there today, he said if the temperature would drop at least 8 degrees around here, I think today it's close to 100, everybody's eyes would be a lot better. And he said, you're so much better than you were 3 weeks ago. I want you to keep doing what you're doing. Come back in a month, because I really want to try contacts again. I've tried them before, and I have to use almost a bottle of those wetting drops a day. It's ridiculous. So I may not be able to, but when I wear the glasses they gave me, it's crazy. Because if I look straight ahead, I'm fine. But then if I look slightly to the right, I almost have to readjust my neck, or to the left, or going upstairs they told me to hold on, coming downstairs I have to hold on. It's a pain. And I mean, I'm grateful and blessed that I still have my eyes, but I feel drunk a lot, and I have a headache almost every day because I have so many neck issues. I have bulging disc, I have degenerative disc disease, blah blah blah. So I have a headache all the time anyway. I don't need my eyes to do that too. Cannot do contacts anymore. I may not be able to either. Okay, now I'm going to come over here to this one. Oh, of course y'all can't see. Turn that a little bit. Okay. Come over here to this one. Offload. Go to the corner. Pull straight down. Go to the other corner. Pull straight down. I always have to turn it. If I had glasses on, it would help. I can see right now I'm going to have to touch up some with white, because I'm getting way out of my lines sometimes. But you know what? That's okay. As Kathy D. Domenico says, it's perfectly imperfect. And when you're wearing it for a costume, who cares? Hey, Mickey! Okay, so you all get the idea. Every other check. And here's the deal. You need to always make sure that you draw your checks off before you put your paint on in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Because if you don't have an even number of checks, it's not going to work. It's going to turn out looking funky. Now, sometimes you don't have an even number, and there's ways you can kind of fudge around it and make it look okay. But the ideal is to have an even number of checks. Hey, Kim. So, anywho, I'm not gonna bore y'all with me continuing to do this. After I get through with all of the checks, just like I did on this side, I will go through with white paint on a dry brush. May even use my same brush I was using, the Zen, or I may go back to this one. But I'll dip my brush in the white paint, and then I'll wipe most of it off, so it's a dry brush, it's not wet. Then it's recommended that you choose either the left side or the right side, whichever one, but be consistent. Don't alternate back and forth, left and right. And then you just take your brush, you start in the white above it, and you just drag it down, just like that. And it pulls the white. Start in a white, drag it down. Start in a white, drag it down. And you can see that it's just to give depth and dimension, as opposed to just having it the black and white. Some people may like just the black and white. That's totally fine. Thank you, Kim. It's going to be part of a costume for a costume ball in Oklahoma City when I go for the Sparkle Retreat. So anyway, I said the other day about this one that what I plan to do once I get it all done and it's dry is I'm going to take Behr dark wax from Home Depot, B-E-H-R. I do what Kathy D does. I just followed her lead. I also have the clear wax, and I just take a brush, dip it in the dark, dip it in the clear, and then just rub it all on. I'll even probably go over the decoupage. I won't go over the gold, but I'll go over everything else. Take a rag and wipe most of it off, so that this white, again, won't be so stark white. I want it to look a little more antique-y. Don't have to do that. It's just what I want because of who I'm dressing up as. Also, I will put a top coat on here. Now, the top coat will probably be 2 or 3 coats of a combination of Triple Thick and Duraclear. You can get those at Hobby Lobby. You can get them on Amazon. I've seen the Triple Thick, I think, or maybe the Duraclear at Michael's. I can't remember which. I don't think I've usually seen both of them there together. And I just mix them in a like a mustard or ketchup bottle and keep it with me. And it's very thin. You use 3 parts of the Triple Thick to 1 part Duraclear. The way you remember that is Triple Thick is 3. So 3 to 1. You rub it on or brush it on. Let it dry. If you brush it this way the first time, next time brush it this way and let it dry. That'll keep you from getting streaks. Or you can just use a sponge like this. Still, I would do it like horizontally one time and then vertically the other time. And then I may take it outside and spray the last coat of engine enamel. Engine enamel, oh, look what I just did. Stuck my fingers in all of it. Oh, isn't that good? You don't want to do that. Engine enamel is a clear coat that you can use outside if you're going to have something outside. So if you have something you're going to put out in your garden or whatever that you've made and you want it protected from the elements, you can coat it with engine enamel, which you can get at, I think somebody said you can get it at Walmart. I got mine at Advance Auto. So it's just a clear. And so what I'm going to have to do, since I made such a mess here, I'm trying to wet it to get some of it on. Perfect. By any means. Hey, Sharon Halverson. So I'll have to clean my mess up with some white. It'll be okay. Eventually, it's going to look good. It's going to look just like I want it to look for the costume party. And that's all that matters. So here's one side, and then the blue flowers on the other side. Pretend like there's no mess at the top. I did gold out here. I did gold around here that was silver. So this will be my bag. You're going to have to wait. Hey, Gail. You're going to have to wait until October to find out who I'm dressing up as. going, we're kind of going, thank you, Sharon. We're kind of going, not the same, but the same time period. Let's put it that way. So it's going to be a lot of fun. There's still tickets if you want to go to the Sparkle event in Oklahoma City. Can't look on my phone right now for the dates, but I think it's the last weekend in October. So I'll be going out on Thursday and coming back on Sunday or Monday. I can't remember which. But there's still tickets. Y'all should go. It is going to be so much fun. If you haven't heard about it, it's going to be all the Sparkle 6. You're going to have Royal Funky Junk, Studio MDAZ, Rekindle Blessings with Beth, Frame It, Contain It with Shayna, The Crafty Brother with Justin. Did I say Royal Funky Junk already? Who am I missing? Hey, Melissa. I think Kathy, Debbie, Beth, Shayna, Justin. Y'all, who am I missing? Oh, Chris. Creating with Chris Hunter. She started this whole group. So, Creating with Chris Hunter. Then they have 2 or 3 others. I think Jennifer from Home Sweet Create is going to be there, and Dina, Designs by Dina, is going to be there, and then a couple of other crafters. And so we're going to have a day of crafting. Everything is supplied. We'll get to bring our crafts home. Yeah, Sharon, Chris. How could I forget Chris? And then we're going to have a pajama party, I think on Friday night. Thursday night is the VIP night. I think those tickets are already sold out. We get to have dinner with all the presenters. And then I think Friday night is the pajama party, and probably some crafting Friday and some Saturday. And then Saturday night is the big costume ball, and complete with DJ and everything. I mean, y'all, they have gone all out on this event. It's going to be at the Omni in Oklahoma City. So if you haven't gotten your tickets and you want to come, or there's any way you think you can come. You don't have to already be a crafter. If you're interested in crafts, if you want to just come and learn, if you want to just come and observe, just have a good time, you will love the Sparkle 6, every one of them. So, but even if you don't get to come to the event, make sure that you are following them. I'm going to put links below later when I get off this live. But it's Debbie Rigg at Studio MDAZ. It is Chris Hunter at Creating with Chris Hunter, K-R-I-S, Chris. Got to remember to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Rekindled Blessings with Beth and Beck. Royal Funky Junk with Kathy D. Domenico, RoyalFunkyJunque. The Crafty Brother with Justin, and Frame It and Contain It with Shayna, S-H-A-N-A. Then Designs by Dina, D-I-N-A, and Home Sweet Create with Jennifer. So be sure you're following them. You will just, I mean, every time I'm on any of their pages, which I'm on daily, I learn so much, but I also just get so blessed by the camaraderie of the crafting community. Some of them have private groups. I'm in some of the private groups too, where it's a little more intimate. But the camaraderie in the crafting community is like no other. And I said when I was a painter, a watercolorist and acrylic artist and mixed media artist, that I'd never be a crafter. That just didn't enthuse me. Well, when you know what happened, And we were stuck in. I started watching some of them, and I was amazed at how they just could take something that you'd already have around your house and make something cute out of it. And I love to be busy with my hands, and I love to create. So what happened? I became an artist. I mean, a crafter. So I love it. But you know, my goal was not to necessarily make a huge business out of it. At this point in my life, I just want to have fun with it, and just, you know, spend some time hanging out with whoever wants to hang out. So I really, really appreciate each of you coming on tonight and being a part of it. And I just want to encourage you, if you have prayer requests, as I always say, you can leave them here for us all to pray, or you can email me at craftandcruise@gmail.com. It's not the and sign, it's spelled out, craftandcruise@gmail.com. Hey, Deborah. Or you can PM me. But I consider it my honor and privilege to pray for others, as others have done for me, and I want to be able to offer that to you too. Scripture says, "For two or more are gathered, there I am in the midst of them," and God wants to give us the desires of our heart, and but His will is perfect and His ways are perfect. And Jeremiah 29:11 says, "I know the plans for you, says the Lord, plans to prosper and not harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." And so God knows the plan for each one of our lives. He knew the number of our days before we were even created. And so I want to make the best use that I can with the time that He gives me left on this earth. And part of that is praying for other people and sharing Jesus with other people. So you don't have to be a Christ follower to be on my page. And it's certainly not something I'll be forcing down anybody's throat. I just want you to know that I am willing to pray, and I would love to pray with you. Continue praying for Barbara. She requested prayer last time for Botox she was going to be getting for her migraines, and so I've been praying for her, and I'm hoping that that's going to give her some relief. And so anyway, if you missed the first part, I kind of showed around my art studio because I'm not cruising right now. I showed a few items that I have to craft with. I showed my bag that I did the other night. I'm working on this side. I started these tonight and then politely touched them and smeared them, so I'll have to clean that up. This is going to be for my costume in October. So taking something simple from the Goodwill that cost about $3 and turning it into something cute to go with my costume, I think will be fun. Plus, it just gives you the satisfaction that you've done something. Hey, Catherine. Catherine is Deco Art, Deco Digital Deco Art. Is that right? Put your link down there, Catherine. I think it's Digital Deco Art, y'all. She creates the most beautiful pieces that you can decoupage on your pieces, or you can use on it. Yeah, I did these hand painted shapes and didn't even have the right brush, but you can tell if you look. Hey, Babu, my sister. So anyway, go back and watch the replay. You can see my dirty studio that I'm in. The first real live from my studio, Digital Deco Designs. Okay. And I love her stuff. And also she has just plain, you can either subscribe on her page for hardly anything, and then download the images that she comes out with and print them yourself on plain paper, or you can order rice paper from her, or if you have it from somewhere else you can do that, but you can just use it right on your printer and print them, and they're so beautiful. You will love them. I can't wait to put some on some trays and some ornaments I'm going to be making. Hey, girly, driving, but listen, Gail, I love you. Thank you for being on here. So go back and watch the beginning. I'll just give you one more little quick tour for those who just jumped on, but it's dirty, y'all. It's dirty. I have so much stuff to do. I don't need to go to any more thrift stores. But anyway, So here you go. Here's one of my watercolor paintings I did years ago after I got back from Africa. I was telling my group I put little Santa hats on them and turned it into my Christmas card, and then took the hats off after Christmas. I have a watercolor there of an Indian that's kind of covered up. I used real feathers. Some of them were from a cockatiel I used to have. This was one of the angels that I did in a series of angels for about 3 or 4 Christmases. This is from Ghost Ranch, New Mexico, when I went with my art teacher. I did that one. This is another angel I did, mixed media. This is a parrot I did, mixed media. This is watercolor on board that I poured. We actually poured watercolor paint. That was a lot of fun. And then you go back and fill in the detail. This is a wolf in a design like an artist out in New Mexico that I almost finished. And then a parrot that I used some Oriental papers on. This is a big container my husband built me to put all my paints in, because I thought I was going to be crafting all the time from my studio, and now it looks like it's going to be more on the road. Oh, you frozen? It's raining here, and I don't get great reception out here. Hopefully it'll come back. This was my bird, Skipper. That's also mixed media and has some of his feathers in it. But y'all, look at all this stuff. It's crazy. I have rolling pins up there. See that tin up there? That's from a 100-year-old house that somebody in our family used to live in, and I have a trailer load of those. I can't wait to put some on the outside of my studio and then craft with them. All kinds of glass, hat boxes. Eventually I'm going to be cool like Debbie Rigg and get clear acrylic for everything, all my boxes. This is from a workshop I took in Kentucky. Hey Dolores, thanks for coming on. These are poured paintings that I did on albums, and then I made them into clocks. I think I'm going to do a pour for my Christmas card this year and put something on top of it too. So, and then everything you see on this side is just storage, like all my Christmas decorating stuff, my Easter decorating stuff, you know, 4th of July. Here's a pour I did a while back. Now, thank you, Catherine. I have on no makeup except a little bit of mascara. I had to go to the eye doctor, so you're very sweet. I really didn't want to come on without makeup, but okay, you guys. So now, so this is standing at the door, looking back there, and then if you're standing at the door looking this way, you see my house over there. So I'm down in the woods. Thank you, Dolores. Thank you for coming on. So this is my house. This is my studio, but there's my other studio way up there. You can see the back of the bus. So that's really where Crafting and Cruising came from. So anyway, you guys, I'm gonna let you go so I can go inside and eat. Try to get rid of the headache I have myself. But I appreciate so much you coming on. I appreciate you sharing with sprinkling this video with other people. And I'll try to always post on my personal page and on this page ahead of time when I'm going to go live, so y'all will know. I'm really not to the point yet of setting up Telegram and all that, but maybe someday, maybe not. Here's another little suitcase I have that I got in a consignment sale, and I'm gonna deck out. Y'all, you would